Okay, so in this section, I want to share an advanced risk management strategy, which is basically designed to force returns, no matter how many losing trades you had in a row, obviously not to exceed a specific number. So basically forcing a 1% gain on basically any losing streak below a certain number. Okay, so let's say it doesn't matter if you lose 1 or if you lose 8 trades in a row, but the 9th trade, if you win it, you will anyway recap all that you had lost in initial losing streak, plus you will have also a 1% gain. So that is basically an advanced risk management strategy for so basically if you are a person that already knows that statistically over a very large amount of trades you never lost more than a certain number of trades in a row, this is definitely a way to basically grow the account faster, because you're basically forcing the return. Okay, so I will go here and explain everything. I hope I will be as clear as possible in explaining the concept. So let's take, for example, swing trading. Okay, so we have a minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. So we have 1 to 3 risk to reward here. We will be considering a 1% initial risk per trade. Plus, we want to always know that we will make at least 1% capital gain per winning trade, and we're forcing this. And you will now understand what I mean by this. Let's take, doesn't matter here what number we take. I just took $10,000 for example, but I mean obviously it's a percentage game, so I just took $10,000 just for example. And the number of losing trades and risk per trade formula after the first 3 losses. This is the formula. Okay, why after the first 3 losses? Because if you have a 1 to 3 risk to reward, if you lose 1 trade and you win the next one, you're already in 2R profit. So basically if we have 1%, you're still in 2% profit, and since we're forcing 1%, that is already more than what we want to force. If you lose 2 trades in a row, the third one, if you win it, you're still in 1% profit, because we have a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So only after you lose the first 3 trades, this becomes the formula. The capital that you lost plus 1% of the initial capital, so $10,000, because we want to be forcing a 1% basically increase in the capital. So capital lost plus 1% of the initial capital divided by 3, because we have a 1 to 3 risk to reward, that is the risk per trade. And why this is the formula? Because if you use this formula and if you calculate the risk per trade to be based on the capital that you lost plus the 1% of the initial capital divided by 3 with a 1 to 3 risk to reward, no matter how many trades you had lost, the one that you win, you will recap all the initial capital plus 1% of the initial capital. Okay, so in this case, for a 1 to 3 risk to reward, you have a losing streak capacity of 14 trades. So if you don't lose more than 14 trades, you basically know that every trade that you win, you're up 1%, no matter how much you lost. So no matter if you lost 8, 9, 10, 11, even if you lost 12 or 13 trades in a row, actually 12, no matter if you lost 12 trades in a row, if you win the next one, you're still recapping all the initial capital plus 1% increase. So this is basically an advanced, obviously, risk management strategy made to grow the account more rapidly. The risk here is obviously if you lose more than 14 trades in a row, because basically in that case you basically lost the account, right? So you have to know that you are already at a certain point with your trading where you're not losing more than 14 trades in a row, which is obviously a massive number. I mean, if you're losing 14 trades in a row, you definitely have bigger problems than risk management. So this is a more advanced risk management strategy, but it's definitely great. It's kind of a secret sauce that I have. So basically forcing the 1% return no matter how many trades you lose. Usually you shouldn't have more than 5 losing trades in a row. If you're applying all the strategy rules properly, you shouldn't have more than 5% losses in a row. Okay, statistically, looking at the past, backtesting everything, you will not have more than 5%, more than 5 losses in a row if you are using all the rules properly. But that is why you have to test your own abilities, trading rules. Now obviously this is for a 1 to 3 risk to reward. If you develop yourself a strategy, for example, that has a minimum 1 to 4 risk to reward, the number of trades that you will have the possibility to lose increases. The more the risk to reward increases, the more you simply have to change this number here, okay, and the losing streak capacity will increase. Okay, so this is definitely a secret sauce that I have. I think you will find it very, very interesting. For example, just to show for when it comes to day trading, which is usually more to 1 to 2 risk to reward rather than 1 to 3 minimum, like swing trading. In this case, basically, as you will see, the losing streak capacity is 10 and not 14 anymore. Why is it 10 and not 14? Because obviously the risk to reward is lower. So in this case, the formula is exactly the same. 1% risk per trade plus 1% capital gain forced. Number of losing trades and risk per trade formula after the first 2 losses, not 3. Why not 3? Like in this case, obviously because here the risk to reward is 1 to 3. Here the risk to reward is 1 to 2. And the difference in the formula is for how much you actually divide. You divide by 2, and that is the risk per trade. In this case, the losing streak capacity is 10. So if you have a 1 to 2 risk to reward, no matter how many times you lose, doesn't matter if you lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades in a row, the one that you win makes you recap everything plus already 1% in profit. So also here you are forcing returns. So again, which is the risk? The risk is if you lose more than 10 trades, because if you lose more than 10 trades, you basically have blown the account. That is why this is an advanced risk management strategy for people that already know more or less what is the maximum number of trades that they usually lose in a row, because here the problem is in a row. Now obviously the market either goes up or either goes down, right? It's 50-50. So losing in this case 14 trades in a row is a quite difficult thing to accomplish. However, if you're like, let's say, like trading in a very, very wrong way, it's definitely still possible. Okay, it's definitely still possible. So that is why this is an advanced thing for only people that already know their numbers, they know their statistics, they know their trading abilities, and this is a very interesting risk management strategy for people that already know their stats.